Say hello to Chorda, the instrument designed for everyday life. Chorda can be used to play traditional instruments, play synthesizer sounds, make your own beats, turn one note into an entire melody with the built-in arpeggiator, make your own songs in seconds using the built-in looper, record or upload your own samples, and use it as a MIDI controller. You can play it like this, or even like this. In this video, we're going to take a deep dive at some of the many features that Chorda has to offer. First, let's take a look at Chorda. Chorda has 12 velocity-sensitive pads that are about the same size as a piano key. The pads on Chorda respond to many different playing gestures all at once, such as tap, press, vibrato, radiate, even tilt. This is the bridge with 6 individual triggers that react to how you play. Right next to it, you'll find the A button, which you can think of as a menu button to switch between modes and various menu functions on Chorda. Taking a look at the sides of Chorda, you'll see some of the different menu functions, which we'll cover a little later in this video. Down here, you'll see the power and volume buttons. On the other side, you'll see a USB-C input, which can be used to charge Chorda, as well as connect to a phone or computer. You should receive a cable with your Chorda, but this can work with any USB-C cable. In addition to USB, you can also connect Chorda via Bluetooth MIDI. When you turn on Chorda, it automatically enters a Bluetooth discovery mode, which you can use to connect to your phone or computer. Finally, you have an 1/8-inch audio output, which you can use with headphones, speakers, or even an amplifier. Chorda has 4 basic playing modes: drum, bass, chord, and lead. Let's take a look at each. First is drum mode, where each pad is set to different parts of a drum kit you can play. You can play traditional, electronic, or even something like this. Oh, anyways, you can use the triggers on the bridge to repeat the last pad that you played. Let's go on over to bass mode. In bass mode, each of the pads are set to a traditional major or minor scale. Like a lot of classic synthesizers, this mode is monophonic, which means it plays one note at a time. With the bridge, it takes the notes you play and automatically loads an entire chord based off of that note. Next on Chorda is Chord Mode. Pretty cool, right? Each of these pads plays a full chord, based on different intervals in a major or minor scale. Using the bridge in Chord Mode, you can either play individual notes from each chord, or strum out an entire chord. There's a lot more cool things you can do with chords on Chorda. In the meantime, let's check out lead mode. Now, unlike bass and chord mode, which are set to a traditional major or minor scale, the lead mode is set to a pentatonic scale. It's also polyphonic, meaning you can play multiple pads at the same time. Using the bridge, you can turn these individual notes into entire chords. And those are Chorda's 4 basic playing modes. In this next section, we're going to take a deeper look at the menu to see some of the many features on Chorda. On both sides of Chorda, you'll notice that each pad has a secondary function to be used with the A button. If you press the A button by itself, it'll cycle through Chorda's 4 basic playing modes. If you'd like to go to a specific mode, press the A button and the pad corresponding to the mode you'd like to play in. Each mode has dozens of presets already stored on Chorda, so you can switch through different sounds without needing to connect to the Artiphon Connect app. Let's see how this works on Chord Mode. While holding the A button, tap the pad for the Chord Mode, which is pad 3. At this point, while still holding the A button, you should notice the lights on the bridge are split between green and red. This is to function as up or down selectors. As you're selecting either up or down, you should notice the pads on Chorda will light up to show where you're at in selecting different presets. Most of the menu on Chorda uses this same method of selectors and lights, so if that was a little confusing, feel free to pause and rewatch that last section. Pad 5 allows you to change the octave you're playing in. Think of it as playing the same notes, but either higher or lower. Press the A button and then pad 5, and then hold the A button while using the selectors to change which octave you want to play in. One thing to note, pressing A in pad 5 without using the selector will take you back to the default octave. Now let's take a look at the arpeggiator. The arpeggiator, or ARP, is another new feature specifically designed for Chorda. It allows you to play a chord as individual notes. You can turn on the arpeggiator by pressing the A button and pad 6. You'll know it's on by this white light on the 6th pad. In Chord Mode, it plays all of the notes from that chord individually, like so. In any of the other modes, if you press just one pad, it'll keep playing that note. When you start to play multiple pads at once, the ARP will continue to play all of those notes in a pattern. You can control the speed of the arpeggiator based on where your fingers are on the pads. Each pad is divided into 3 different zones. To speed up the ARP, slide your fingers up. And slide down to slow the arpeggiator down. It even works for drum mode. I'm going to skip around the rest of the pads and move up to the 9 pad. Chorda comes with tons of built-in presets and songs that you can create. With this feature, you have the ability to play and save multiple different songs directly to your Chorda. Chorda allows you to store up to 12 songs at a time, or 1 for each pad. You can cycle between them by pressing the A button plus the 9 pad, and using the selectors to slide to the song you'd like to play in. When you switch songs, it'll save the one you're currently playing to the same slot. We'll cover Chorda's many different sounds and how you can use the Artiphon Connect app to select from and even create your own songs in a future video. The 8 pad allows you to control which key you're playing in. With this feature, each pad represents a key, starting with the 1 pad being C. Press the A button and then the 8 pad and use the selectors to choose the pad to the key you'd like to play in. You can also change this using the Artiphon Connect app, as well as change between a major or minor scale. Let's skip over to the 11 pad. Chorda allows you to create your own songs in seconds using its built-in looper. To start recording, press the A button and the 11 pad. You'll see this pad light up red and hear a metronome. You can control the speed of this metronome using the 7 pad, which controls BPM, or beats per minute. Hold the A button and use the selectors to either speed up or slow down the metronome. You can also set the speed by holding the A button and tapping the 7 pad at the speed you'd like to play in. Chorda won't start recording until you start playing. As soon as you're done, press the A button and the song will start back at the beginning. If your playing is a little off, that's okay, because Quantize is turned on, which syncs your playing to the beat automatically. Let's add some bass. Now let's add some chords. Finally, let's add some lead. If there's a part you don't like, you can use pad 10 to clear part of or all of your song, because sometimes you don't get it right at first. You'll notice that all the pads will light up orange and then again red. One time through will just delete the part of the mode you're playing in. Both times will delete the whole loop. Finally, we have pad 12, which is the play-pause button. Holding the A button and pad 12 will play the song you've recorded, but allow you to play along to it without adding or removing anything. You can also use this to stop a loop if the loop is currently playing or recording. And there you have it. You just created your first song on Chorda. And that's Chorda in a nutshell.